first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon, and think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Dolphins getting set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Delta! Set! 380! 12. Q. Done!
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rivers on 1st down. Now he's flushed out right. Gonna look deep for Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. A very solid gain of 27. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud of that completion.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Hey!
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
Hey! I'm gonna go load it! Load it! Hey, hot!
They'll try and run. Ingram fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Mayfield on play action, sliding out of the pocket, underneath for Johnson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Miami after this. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gone!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield buying time to his left. Dumping it off for Johnson. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken around the 12. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Stills the intended target.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Patriot! Detroit!
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Flush to his right. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And he puts it through. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first down throw here for Rivers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He was looking that time for Stills. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield now on second down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was trying to find Ardarius Stewart, and that'll make it 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete on the deep ball. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30, 20, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. In for the score. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the 3rd quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he slides to avoid the hit. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now a handoff, Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. Rivers now after the fumble recovery. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, go orange. Orange.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Gone! Watch him now, Barney!
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Mayfield looks to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escapes the sack. Forced out to his left. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Here's Johnson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Detroit!
Mayfield now. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Now he steps away, and he's got room. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On second down, it's Drake. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Room! Hey, Rocket! Room!
On third down, Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Detroit! 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 Gone! 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 Gone!
Mayfield to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards. On the ground, this is Johnson. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Second down, Mayfield. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Seth DeValve, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. So now here come the Dolphins. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field.
And now here is another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, Hut. Q. Hey, Hut.
Following the interception here, Rivers. Going deep here for Stills. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
180. 380. 80 Hut.
A 2nd down throw for Rivers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Parker unable to get that one. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. It's the linebacker, Manti Te'o, on the stop. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He got 29 yards that time. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Rivers being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
12.
From the gun, Rivers. Going deep here for Stills. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for the Dolphins. And even 40 yards.
12.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Play action now. Rivers. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
Now Mayfield gets it to Gordon. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon, his first touchdown of the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Nifty move. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And out come the Dolphins now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
0.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to play. They continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Eric Kendricks able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Stills the intended target. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Yeah. Watch the twist.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Browns, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Miami, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.